Doing a wee bit. Maybe move that down a wee bit. Hello? Hello, folks. Hello there. Hello. Hello. Hello, folks. Hold on, let me move that down a wee bit. Try fucking. That's better. Hello, folks. Looking fresh, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I'm looking fresh and I'm feeling fresh. If I bring that air a wee bit like that. Look at that. That looks like, now that I brought that light air, it looks like it's a wee bit. A wee bit like that. If I bring that light air that way, that's a wee bit there. I can make that light brighter. Can make that light brighter. Gives me a second. Gives me a second just putting the light up a wee bit. Oh god. That's better. That's better. That's a bit brighter. That's a bit brighter. That's it. Beautiful, wonderful lightning. Lighting, no lightning. There we go. Hello, everybody. Sad Margot says, you said you'd be back tomorrow. You okay? I will be back tomorrow, but I'm back here. Wee Shave looking absolutely fantastic, 10 years younger. Thank you very much. Hold on. Let me just sort that out there. Thanks, guys. Hello, everybody. Looking like a beautiful woman. We Are Underbound says, had to step out of a meeting for this. Glad to hear it. Goblin Bob says, Limmy, I made you a 2-minute video showing how to adjust curves in After Effects if you still care. Goblin Bob, are you joking? Are you joking? I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm doing. Are you joking? You look like a ping pong ball with hair, man. Look, I'm just trying to get by, mate. Hello, welcome to the future of Twitch. You're going to see a lot more people like me on Twitch, a lot more people in their senior years who have been gaming from the start. People that have been gaming from... See this, by the way? There's actual damage. There's actual damage there. Well, I don't know what that is. See that? Might be a spot. Don't know what it is. I've not been to sleep yet, by the way. Genuinely look awful, says Tempo Jive. I've not been to sleep. I did go to sleep last night, but I was up quite late. But I've not been to... I've not been to sleep yet. How are you? How are you there? Now, I was going to... Goblin Bob said he's serious. You've made me a 2-minute video, Goblin Bob. What is this? Will he get to the end without saying, but that's not what I did, man? Oh, wait. I've been sent a video. I'm going to scroll to the end because there's maybe a goblin, a troll at the end. Hold on a wee second. Somebody's just sent me a video. Full screen. Any better quality than this? Streamable. Have you got a better quality? This one's quite... sorry, hold on. Play, hold on. Right, new comp. Right, hold on. Give us a wee second. Sorry. So he's done that, right? Transform, scale, for an example. Keyframes, right? Linear, yeah, right. And he's went to the 100% down to that, right? And he's done that. Right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at this. Yeah. Yeah, and you can scale that. Very good. Yep. Scale that. Yep. Right. Video's nearly finished. Right. No, I know all that. I know that. That's what I did. That's what I have now done with the... Thank you very much for making that video, by the way, but that's what I've done. That's what I've actually done. What I was... The thing that I was asking for, Goblin Bob, sorry to bore everybody who's not interested in this, but see the wee video. I'll show you the wee video that I made. Right, hold on. This video might annoy you because it's... where is it? Add new source, loop. Where is it? Where are you? Right, this here. Right, take a look at that. I made this for this is for Twitter.
Thank you.
This is for Twitter and Facebook. Oh, sorry, that went right of the alert there. I apologise. Who was that? Sorry, let me just check. Mustras, thank you very much for the sub. I apologise for that. Thank you very much. So I made this for Twitter and Facebook to promote my book. By the way, if you want details, it's my autobiography, which is out on the 21st of February. If you type !book, you'll get the wee link to buy it. Hardback, Kindle, and audiobook read by me. So I made this. I made that there. A masterpiece. Thank you very much, mate. I thought I'd keep it simple. Now, the thing I was asking the other day on about After Effects was this bit here. The camera zooms out. It looks like things zoom away, but I've actually used a camera, as in no this. a virtual camera within After Effects. So you can just move the camera about. You can keep everything where it is and just move the camera back. So it's like in After Effects, you put it on different layers. So it's like the picture is on like the bottom layer, and Limmy and Surprisingly Down to Earth into my autobiography are about like 500 pixels in the foreground, like Z, I don't know, -500 or something. So that just by zooming back, it's like it's like you've got an actual camera and you're moving it. You're moving it back, between, as if that Limmy and thing you're hovering and you're moving it back. Different depths, aye. When I did the zoom out, I didn't like originally. I wanted it kind of fast and slow, the way it is. See the way it is there. I wanted that, right. The way it is there, right. Comes to a slow halt. I've sped it up a wee bit, so it does come at a wee bit of kind of stop quite quickly. But that's all I wanted, right. And what I was asking everybody on who knows about After Effects, I'll put that info on, was looking lovely, says Ali Mitchell. Thank you very much, mate. What I was asking that person who knows a bit about After Effects, there was quite a few people, but that I can't remember the guy. Le Badger, he's called. Thanks for the bits there, Davey. What I was asking him was, I don't. Thank you. What I was asking him, Bruce MW, thank you very much for the sub. What I was asking him was, is there any way to have, there's a wee graph that you can do the speed, but there's a wee graph and you can do wee curves and all that. And my question was, can you start at a fast speed and then do the wee graph so it goes gradually to a low speed in a linear, in a line, for this speed to that speed, starting from here, that keyframe, ending with there, the speed being something like 100 pixels per second, ending at 0 pixels per second in terms of the movement. With the camera, the way it zooms back, start at 100 pixels per second, end at 0 pixels per second. In other words, it's at a fast speed, ends at a slow speed, like slowly, like starting at dead fast and slowly decelerating until the camera gets to the destination. See that question I was asking that guy today? See that thing? He would not have been able to answer that question because it's impossible. Chris Gellard, linear would be constant speed. The graph shows the speed, so if you want that to vary, the line won't be straight. Says 10:30. Chris Gellard says yes. The answer is no. The answer is no. Because I was asking the guy who gave me this answer, but he would not have been able to answer that question. And the simple reason is this, and I'm sorry to get all technical here, I know it's quite boring, but if I'm really sorry because I said this yesterday, and I do apologise for repeating myself, but if I didn't have GP McAdam says very boring, I do apologise. It's only for the technically minded. It's only for creative people. It's only for people who enjoy making things and giving things to the world rather than just consuming and taking and getting nothing back. So I do apologise for the people who are like that. It's very, very boring. I do apologise. Surprise Excitement, thank you very much for resubbing for the 4th month. Best entertainment on internet, love streams, thank you very much. So I do apologise to all the non-creative people out there, I really do apologise. What I'm saying is, now, see if you just started something at one position, and you said, start at this speed, like let's say 100 pixels per second, and gradually go down to this speed, 0 pixels per second, over the course of 5 seconds. Right? And you don't know where it's going to end up. You're just saying start at that speed end at this speed and do that over the course of 5 seconds. It's like kind of like physics. It's kind of like physics, you know, like physics in school. A car is currently at 100 meters per second. It gradually slows at a constant deceleration of... It gradually slows at a constant deceleration so that at 5 seconds later, your graph doesn't show velocity, it shows location. Ah, but wait, 1030, this was the speed one. This was the speed graph. I was on a speed graph. His video was the value, was the location. What I was doing was the speed. Dunstan Vision, thank you very much for resubbing for the 4th month. What's in the closet? I don't know. Thank you very much for the resub. Oh, I get you. Sorry, I don't use speed graphs. Oh, guys, something else. Goblin Bob made a video on everything, man. Okay, I get you. Sorry, I don't use speed graphs. I just use curves to control speed of cameras or objects, but isn't as precise as you need. I know. Goblin Bob, the problem was that because I was using a speed graph, it could not be answered. It couldn't be answered. Scrabulot says, oh, out of here, would rather walk. Then fuck off, money face bastard. Look, see, sometimes I'm playing a game that people don't like. See, sometimes I'm talking about a subject that people aren't interested in. See, sometimes I'm making music and nobody wants to look at the fucking... Don't use the speed graph, I know. Sometimes people are watching me making music and it gets a wee bit boring when I'm fiddling about with fucking compression or fiddling about with some fucking waveform. Right. I can't please all the people all the time, but here's what I ask. Here's what I ask of you. Here's what I ask of you, the viewer. See if there's something you don't fucking like, fuck off. That's all I ask. That's the contract between me and you. If there's something you don't like, get to fuck. Don't moan about it. Don't say, this is boring, I'm away out of here, I'd rather be doing this other thing. Just go. Don't make a big announcement, fuck off. I don't like your chin, I don't like your fucking chin. I'll fucking fiver him, you fat cunt. Listen, GP McAdam, I don't know if you're fat, sorry. Just a guess. Most people, we're all kind of a bit fat these days, so it's a pretty educated guess. Thank you. Smashed Bones, thank you very much for resubbing. Fat shaming, fucking fat shaming, what the fuck is that, man? What's this shite? What's that, man? Get that. Get that here, man. Stabbed. 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 Smash Bones, thank you very much for resubbing, thank you very much. Nice, stabbed. Stabbed by a man. Stabbed in Glasgow, man. Stabbed in Glasgow. Thank you. Actually, aye, man. Stabbed in Glasgow, man. Stabbed in Glasgow, man. It's no bother, man. Humbled Fox, thank you very much for resubbing. No, it was an operation I had in my stomach when I was 6 months old. Had a blockage in my stomach, everything that I ate kept coming back up, I had to get an operation. But it's good to say that I've been stabbed for about the first 30 seconds. Can I enjoy it? Sebastian, thank you very much for the sub, thank you very much. I swear to God, I won't talk about this After Effects stuff much longer. I just want to say this one thing. It's a bit like, imagine in physics, in school, you're given this kind of puzzle, right? A motor is travelling at 100 metres per second. Brotoman, thank you very much for resub for the 3rd month. Bastard doctor stabbing kids in Glasgow. Aye. Surgeon just went like that. Imagine you're in physics and there's a wee in school, and the question is this: a car is travelling at 100 metres per second. It then slows down over the course of 5 seconds to 0 metres per second. You know, like to a standstill. How far will it travel in that time? Right? Simple as that. So to begin with, right at the start, it's already travelling at 100 metres per second. It ends up at 0 metres per second speed, comes to a halt, gradually over a steady deceleration. Where does it end up? Right? And it's not as easy as what it sounds. It's not as easy what it sounds. Right? Simple as that, right? Now, what I was, you don't know where it's going to end up. You have to work the fucking thing out, right? Now, my question was, and the reason why this question couldn't get answered for the After Effects person, because the question I was asking was a lot of fucking shite. It didn't make any sense, the thing I was saying, because I already had a keyframe where I wanted this camera to be, and I had a keyframe, let's say a second later. 30 frames later, because I did 30 frames per second, after or where I wanted it to finish. And I wanted to be able to set the speed at the beginning, going in that steady deceleration, ending at 0. But it can't be done like that. It can't be done like that. Or at least it has to be done in such a tiny wee... It's, I mean, it can be done, but you can't just fucking set it. I mean, there must be some number. There must be some number that if you start it, if you want to... It's just not the way to do it, right? Right? It's just not the way to do it. 2 minutes face to face and I'll sort you... No, the 10:30, it's been made. It's done. It's done. It was a silly request because it doesn't make sense. McCrank85, thank you very much. Any chance of course, mate? Thank you. Mikko Alba, thank you very much for the donation. I've been stabbed. Please don't use my culture as your punchline. I was technically stabbed by a surgeon. So even though there is an answer to it. Like if the physics question was this: a motor is at position A, and then it is at position B 5 seconds later. And it ends up at 0 meters per second. No, I'm going to just say this one last time. I swear to God, this is it. It's called acceleration. Chancellor Dancer, take a wee seat just now. This is kind of like what my question was. This is kind of like how you would work it out in After Effects, which is a stupid way to do it. It's just too difficult, right? I was just saying, a motor is at a certain velocity in position A, and then 100 meters later, 100 meters further on, it gets to position B. 5 seconds later, let's say, right? It comes to a halt. And it gets there by a constant deceleration down to 0 meters per second, right? What speed was it travelling at in position A for it to come to 0 velocity, 0 speed, 0 meters per second, 100 meters later? And 5 seconds later, at 100 meters distance away, what speed was it at the beginning? Do you know what I mean? Very, it's really, really kind of, it's really, it's hard to work out. I'm sure physics you'd be able to work it out. But the bottom line is this: That is nae way. 100 metres per second, you just said. No, you're not getting it. You don't get it. You don't understand what I'm saying. In other words, that's hard as fuck, right? That's hard as fuck. So what 1030 said and what some other people said and what I worked out for myself really was forget about the speed graph in After Effects. Just go by the position stroke value graph, whatever you call it. And just go, there it is there. Let's say I'm moving it by the Z axis. The Z axis. Here it is here. And then a second later, like 30 keyframes later, it's there. And then use the handles to determine the tweening, the easing. Simple as that. That was it. I should never have fannied about with the speed graph. I should never have fannied about it. But see what I was after. It would be, if you looked at the speed graph, a constant line. That is what it was. I just didn't know. You'd have to work out the number. It'd have to be an exact number. You'd have to work out the exact fucking number. Andy McQuillan, 88, thank you very much for the resub. Will you be going on STV to promote your new book? Dead Roof First Blood. I've been on it since that thing. Thank you. Noisy Mask, thank you very much for the sub. What's this? Painting Goblin says, don't need calculus. Can just say the average speed for the whole thing is half the initial. So if it's 100 metres in 10 seconds, I just start at 20. Wait a minute. Aye. That's right. That's right. So if it's 100 metres in 10 seconds, then I just start it at 20 metres per second. Is that right? No. That's not the question I was asking. The next question, the next question. The actual question was... what speed would it start at? That's actually what I was wanting to work out. Barnsley 710, thank you very much for the sub. Anyway, let's not do physics. I don't want to bore everybody. I'm not going to bore you, don't worry. Hold on, Communist Pie saying, if you wanted it to go fast, then slow, then a speed graph wouldn't be linear. It would look like an exponential. Not fucking wouldn't it? Communist Pie, not wouldn't it? It would start off fast and it would end at like a standstill, going at a constant deceleration. No, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be exponential. It wouldn't be a curve. It would be a fucking line. No, wouldn't it? It would be a straight line with no gradient. The speed graph would be a straight line with gradient. That makes nice. With a gradient, it wouldn't be a curve. It would be straight. Linear. I would want it starting at its fastest, ending at its slowest, being 0. But acceleration is not speed. I didn't say accelerate. What are you talking about? I know acceleration is the speed. How does that relate to what you're saying? I want the camera at the very beginning. It's at its fastest, right? And then it goes, doo, and it's, slows down. So it starts at its fastest. It doesn't speed up. It doesn't speed up then slow down. Or it doesn't stay at any kind of constant speed and then slow down. At the very beginning, it's at its fastest. At the end, it's at its slowest, being 0. So from there to here, The speed is constantly going down in a linear way. The position is exponential. The position would look like a curve, but the speed would be a linear. Thank you, Pete. I don't even need any backup with this cunt. In fact, no, I want him to recant. Who was it who said it again? I want him to recant. He needs to recant. Who was it who said it again? Like a Communist Pie. Right, Communist Pie, right, there he is. Communist Pie said, if you wanted it to go fast, then slow, then a speed graph wouldn't be linear. It would look like an exponential, right? Let me just see what else he's saying. He's going to recant. I'm claiming a bit acceleration is not speed, he says, which I didn't say. Got to get him to recant, man. I love it. I love claiming a fucking scalp. I love claiming scalps, man. Where is he? Does he say that in yet? Because you're saying a speed graph, but then you talk about constant deceleration. Aye. Constant deceleration. Like minus 2 meters per second. Something like that. Constant deceleration. Constant deceleration. A leisurely hobo says a constant deceleration of speed is linear. Yes. Let's say I started. I'm very sorry to everybody who's getting bored by this, but if there was a motor and it's starting, because this is kind of how I wanted the camera to be. If it's right at the very beginning, at 100 meters per second, let's say, and you wanted it ending at 0 meters per second, and you wanted it at a constant deceleration, that means you're constantly, for example, taking 2 meters per second off the speed every second. So minus 2 meters per second. Every second taking off 2 meters per second off it. So it's travelling at, say, 10 meters per second. The next second it's at 8 meters per second. The next is at 6 meters per second. 4, 2, 0. Just like that. Like Communist Pie says, if it's constant deceleration, then yes, speed versus time would be linear. I was thinking of a graph of position versus time. I didn't, my bad, boys. Correct. You're wrong. You were thinking of position. We're talking about a speed graph. You said if it was a speed graph, it would not be linear. Now you're saying, oh, I was thinking of like a position graph. You said position versus time. Nowhere is that speed. Position and time, that doesn't say speed. I'm talking about speed. You're wrong, mate. Speed is distance or time. Aye, that's how you'd work out the speed. Speed is distance or time. But on a graph that's just showing the position and the time, you can then work out the speed. You can then work the speed out. But that in itself shows the position and the time. Steve0239, thank you very much for the donation. Daffy Stories hardback just came through the post fair. Chuff, good price on us, crazy prices. Thank you. $979 on eBay. Can it be? Thank you very, very much for recanting. Communist Pie. The real Slim Craigie says, this is fucking awesome, mate. You're not getting paid enough for this. Thank you. Go over it all again. Very good idea. I'll maybe do that. Listen, I'll do it at some point, maybe a bonus webcam, right? Some sort of bonus webcam, maybe 4 in the morning, a wee sneaky one. That only the right people. What's this? eBay. See? Daffy Stories by Limmy. Book The Cheap Fast Free Post. World of Books 99 point. What? What on eBay, sold by World of Books 08, and it has got a feedback score of 4,832. No, it's got a 4,832,530. What? 99% positive feedback, and it's selling Daffy Stories, my book, which you can get anywhere, for £979.50. And it says from £46.20 per month for 24 months. How's that? How's limited quantity remaining? How's that? Must be some mad fucking algorithm. Have I died? Have I died or something? I don't know it. Is this how I'm finding out that I fucking died? This is how I found it. Hold on a minute. What the fuck is that, man? Right. Alright. Right. So I'm just looking at something. Right. How did I get a list? Oh, right. There we go. Right. I see. So I was just looking at something there. I'm probably gonna have to go in a wee minute. But so how are you? How are you today? Having a nice day. 1st of February. It's the 1st of February, folks. February the 1st of February. Pigeon says completing Resi tonight. I don't think so, because I'm no. Wait a minute. See, did I ever go with the guy for a completely new story in Resident Evil 2, or do you pick the guy or the woman to go walking about? It's different but the same, right? Scenario B, same but different. Each, same game from different perspectives. Paths cross, basically. So, I mean, you don't actually play the game again, do you? I mean, different points of view, different routes, and different weapons. Only small differences. I'm not getting a clear answer here. I can't quite picture what you're talking about. They've each got an A and B scenario. You play them in a different order by choosing. Do you go into the same buildings? You still explore the police station, right? So they kind of like reuse the building, and they reuse the different boss fights, I see. Right. Sections are different. Right. Do you think that's something I should do? Or You only get the real ending if you play the B scenario. That's fine. I don't care about endings that much. Real endings. I'll just look at it on YouTube. Same areas, different enemy placements and weapons, but the true epilogue is in the second run. I'll just look at it on YouTube. Do one run through, and then have a wee think about if I should date with him. Just look at it on YouTube. Just ruin it for myself. That's what I'll do. I'd watch, but it doesn't seem necessary. Aye. Some changes. Claire goes round ammo shop, for instance. I'm bad at arm, Claire. No, who am I? What's the name of my character? I don't know. Have you ever played any of the Bioshock games? I played Bioshock on the 360, I think. What's next after Resident Evil 2, asks McCrank. I don't know. If you complete it with S rank, you get infinite ammo for the next run. Oh, I'm not interested in that. Sea of Thieves. Is Sea of Thieves any good? Would I have to team up with yous? Sea of... Do you stay on the road all the way through the tour? No. By the way, I'm very likely now going to be doing the Fringe. I'm very, very likely I'm going to be at the Fringe now, by the way. Wrecking says, Sea of Thieves is really bad, right? Sea of Thieves is good, but you need pals. Don't like the sound of that. I don't want to get a game that I've got to rely on other people. Other people are letdowns. Almost looks like a pirate Overwatch. Thank you. Nah. I can't imagine you would like to watch that. You might think you do, but I don't think so. It's boring, aye. Yeah. Bosman, thank you very much for subbing. Thank you very much. Yeah. Could nearly put that around my neck. Have you played The Long Dark? No. He played Subnautica. I got a wee bit bored of it. Sleeping Dogs could be... Quite a few people have mentioned Sleeping Dogs. Quite a few people have mentioned that. I've got it. Somebody gave me the code. What's that? Mafia 3. Super Hot. Farm Together. I think I've got it, have I? What's it called again? Good sausage. Thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. Because I tell you, I can't be fucked. I'm going to uninstall Obra Dinn unless there's some special secret. I won't uninstall it just yet. Just have a wee look at it later. Thimbleweed Park. Can I be asked completing that? Half-Life 2. Should just get that out the way. Maybe just do it main time because it's fucking boring to watch. I can imagine. I don't really know. I don't really know. I quite fancy a wee Sleeping Dogs is great, says, right, who gave me that? Somebody sent me a message saying who gave me that, man? I wish I could search messages in Steam. Search all messages, something like that. Friends in chat. Can I? Maybe I can I? No. Somebody said to me. Somebody gave me a code and everything. Sleeping Dogs, how about a retro game? I don't... Sleeping Dogs. Action adventure. Right, I'm looking at it. Right, I see. All that walking about. Hold on. Right, I need to go. I'm going to have a wee look at a game or two, but I've been playing Resident Evil for a wee bit longer, haven't I? Right, so I'm going to get to fuck GTA for Tramps. Right, I don't know if I'm into a game like that. I don't know if I'm into a game like that. Just cause I don't know. No, there's just certain things that Kona is very like Firewatch. If there's 70s heavy metal, have a wee look at Kona. Anything that's like Firewatch I'm interested in. Be able to have a wee laugh with it. Right, thanks for watching everybody. And I'll see you later. Bye for now.